Okay, so we've got a handover here on the Elddis Encore 5. Starting here at the front, we've got the fuel cap. It's your ignition key to open it. You've got your AdBlue underneath there. That needs topping up every 6,000 to 8,000 miles, but it will give you an indication on the dashboard as to when that's needed. The awning across the top there, inside the vehicle is the awning rod. Pokes up into the little hole under there. On your wind, once it's out about a metre, you can drop the legs down just to give a bit of extra support, and then in reverse to bring it back in again. Moving further along the vehicle, we have the outside barbecue point. Just below that is the waste tap for all your wastewater. This little cupboard here is the access to underneath the bed area, and that is where your leisure battery is stored. You've also got the centre rods and the wind out for your in-link system. To the side of that, we've got an outside power point, and then you've got an outside TV point. Moving to the rear of the vehicle, push those up, and then pull the bike rack down, secure your wheels in there, attach that to the frame at the top, and away you go. To put it back, just make sure they're up high enough, clip that in, and then bring them down, and that just helps hold it in place. At the top of the van there, we have the reverse camera. Moving around to the other side, that's your water fill-up point. You just simply chuck in a hose pipe. That is now lockable as well, stops anybody contaminating your water. And that is your tap for your fresh water. So once you've finished, open that and all your fresh water system will drain out. Here we have storage for the cassette for the toilet. To remove, lift the handle, pull him out, bring that around, unscrew the cap, and when you're pouring it away, press down on that button and it stops any glug back. Put it back the opposite way around again, put the cap back on, tuck him away, slide it in, and make sure your orange handle is down. If for whatever reason you can't slide that out, it means that you've left the system open in the actual toilet itself. That's your mains hookup. And in here is where your gas tanks are located. Okay, so the front end of the cab here, starting with the seats, there's a small lever located to the side of the seat. You pull that and the seat will then rotate. You may have to slide forward and backwards using this bar just to manipulate it slightly, and that will go all the way around. The arms on the seat, they're also adjustable via these dials here, and that will adjust the height there. At the front, with your drop down box there, all your paperwork for the front end of the cab is hidden there, and above there is another cooler box. That works very well when you've got your aircon on and you need to keep your drinks or whatever not cold. A bit further across, you've got your clipboard. That does actually lift up, takes a bit of a tug. The locking system on the side, and that releases up this then to be able to put your tablet or your mobile phone or whatever you want to use, and then you can lock it into place. And to put it away, undo the locks, push it down, relock it, slide and clip. DAB radio system, which can also be linked to your mobile phone, aircon, and then your heating controls. So the lower switch here does your power, and then your outer switch there, indicated by the little white indicator there, goes from your cold to your hot. Other side, bring in the outside air, circulate the inside air, and then wherever you want it to blow. Below there, another little glove box, 6-speed gearbox, and on the steering wheel, the top lever is your indicator and lights, the lower lever is your cruise control and limiter. On the right hand side there is the windscreen wipers, and then this is all connected to the stereo system, so that scrolls through your music and radio stations. This here will scroll through your mobile phone if you've got it linked. Cab blinds, so here to bring these out, pinch them together, that releases. You then bring both sides together and they stay together by a magnetic strip here, and to release you just pinch the two together and then gently manipulate it back. The same on the window ones. You pinch together there, you bring it out, and then you just have to gently manipulate the shape to get it to stay into place. And then again, to remove, pinch together again and gently slide back. Little dial here on your door. This sorts the mirrors. So when the dial is pointed to the top two, that does the larger. When you bring it down to the bottom two, that does the smaller mirrors down at the bottom there. And finally here we have the reverse camera. This is actually on while you're driving, so it does act as a rear view mirror as well. Okay, so the front end bed, to convert, you sort of lift here just so it bypasses the carpet, slide forward, you then slide your cushion across, drop the back one in. You do sleep on the reverse side of the cushions, not the main side, and it is written on the back, sleep this side. You do exactly the same to the other side to bring it together into a big double bed, where I've stripped this one off to demonstrate the chair that is locked away underneath. Again, to get the chair up, that lifts up there. Underneath, you've got a catch. That presses in, exactly the same the opposite side, and that will then fold down and tuck away flat. From here, there's a lever. Pull that to start straightening the chair out. Now you do have to gently manipulate the seat belt area, and that will allow you to start standing it up. Nice and gently does it. Free it up a bit, lift, slide it back. That's now in place. Seat pad just rotates up and under and tucks in the hooks there. That is now in place, and you've got a proper 3-point restraint that goes into the seat belt there. To put it away, again exactly the same in reverse. Unhook, slide it round, tuck him down flat, lift up the lever, your whole chair will come down completely flat, and then little lever, tuck him away, and just one final push down to make sure he's in. Panel lift up, will automatically lock into place, and then gently put that down, and that would normally be your bed with all the cushions on it. Okay, so at the rear end of the van now, you've got your TV bracket there. That disconnects, mounts to the back of the television set, and then you can push the whole TV set over there. And then you've got your 12 volt or your 24 volt, 240 volt even, plug socket to be able to connect that up. A couple of extra USB ports there, and your light switches for the rear end. The cupboard, you need to push down, and then it just simply lifts up. Same on all the cupboards, just tilt and put lift. The actual bed itself is on a hydraulic system, so it lifts up, which you've then got all the storage space underneath, which you've got access to from the outside locker. Across here at the back, you've got the little yellow tap there. So that tap is your draining system. So when it comes to winterize it, you undo your two taps outside, your red, your blue and your grey. Undo this one, and then lift your taps slightly in the bathroom and in the kitchen, and that will completely drain your system. When you're coming to put the van back on the road, obviously when you fill up the water, if it's leaking somewhere, you've left one of the taps open. Into the bathroom area. So you've got a completely separate shower cubicle. That's your water. Lift up, turn left for hot, right for cold. And the screen door, there is a plastic catch just above the door, and that stops the glass from sliding back. Same system on the sink. Turn the water on, hot, cold, close. You have your electronic flusher there, and on the front of the toilet, that opens up the toilet system to allow the water through, and closes again. So obviously if you can't pull out your cassette, it means that you've actually got that open. Onto the kitchen area. So the hob in here is gas with the electric plate at the back. Like any gas system, you push in, you turn it on, you press your ignition switch, which will click, click, click when it's powered on. Hold your gas in for a few seconds and then gently release out. If the flame stays lit, you know you've done it correctly. If not, repeat, but hold in a little bit longer. Same with the grill and the oven. The electric plate at the back is just simply turn on to whichever number you want it to be on to. You do need to be plugged into the 240 volt to operate the hot plate. Up above we have the microwave. Now the tray for the microwave is locked away in one of the cupboards just to stop it vibrating whilst you're in transit. Power, you can set your time and press start. Now there are various other functions that the microwave can do, like defrost mode and things like that. For that you will need to read the instruction manual. The cupboards on this, there's a couple of different catches. You've got the little round type which you push in, let it go, and that then gives you your handle. And tucked up in the corner there is the main socket for the microwave, and of course the microwave only works off a 240 volt. The cupboards, there's a little hidden handle underneath here. You push that in and that enables you to open the cupboard. Sink, same as the bathroom. Lift to turn the water on, turn left for the hot water, right for the cold water, or in the middle somewhere for a mixture of both. And again, there's a nice little useful storage cupboard underneath there. Press the button in and there you go. Across to the fridge. To open the fridge system, you've got the little button there at the top. You push that down and then you can completely open the little ice box there. So with the fridge system here, that's your power button. That is when it's plugged into the mains. You can switch it to that. You can switch it to gas and it will automatically try and ignite itself. You can switch to leisure battery. Leisure battery will only operate as a chiller box and only if you have the keys in the ignition and the engine running. It will not run off the leisure battery full time. It is just a safeguard to get you from A to B without all your food going off. Or you can have A, which is an automatic system, and it will automatically pick up if you've got the electric in, your gas in, or if you've got nothing plugged in and you're travelling, it should automatically kick in there. And that's just your temperature for your fridge. Finally, moving on to the control panel area. This is a very easy to use system. This is your master switch, so that turns on all your 12 volts internally. This turns on your water pump, so now you can start running the water. The first couple of seconds will splash a little bit until you've got full pressure in there. This turns on your lights, and then all your different switches will turn on your lights internally. And awning turns on your awning light on the outside. Nice and easy system to operate. Up here is the heating and hot water. So we turn that on. Up here you can set what temperature you want the van to sit at, maximum of 30 degrees. You can set your water up to hot. You can work it off of 1 kilowatt electric, 2 kilowatts, 3 kilowatts, and gas and electric, or turning that off just off your gas system. Simple as that. Once you've set your temperature, it is an Audi wet system. Like your radiators at home, it will just sit there constantly at that temperature.